Welcome, welcome to our first class of 2025. I'm Leanne Mason. I am here with Renee Brummett. Super excited to get kicking it off. Looks like Jared is joining us. He'll get to roll in as we start class. And I'm super excited for getting back to some of the basics and also some of the new stuff that is coming out from the science and from all of the fun stuff. So, again, we're going to just start right in today.
Covering
Jared
the
and
basics,
Renee
though.
are okay. Go ahead.
Covering the basics. We are not doctors. We cannot diagnose or treat. We are here as educators to help you ask the right questions and to educate yourself on how to use what you have naturally to support your body.
Ooh, I love that you added in ask the right questions, right? Um, and I'll kind of incorporate that as we go a little bit. I'm going to share my screen and because it's in a PowerPoint, which I absolutely love, but I want this to be super interactive. So the first thing I want to do is I want you guys to tell me either in the chat, and so Renee and Jared, you'll have to watch that for me, or just unmute and answer the question. When you hear the word foundation, what do you think of? What comes to mind when you hear the word foundation?
And if you are watching this, type it in the comments because we will be looking at these comments and answering them.
Yes. Anybody?
So when you,
Nobody has a thought on foundation?
I mean, you could go the foundation of a house. So we're talking cement. Is that the type of foundation? Are we talking educational foundation? There's so many different types of foundation. Jared,
So I think about one of the nursery rhymes or stories I learned as a kid, and yes, it has some religious context, but building on a firm foundation or building on sand, and the differences in the ability of the house to keep standing. I know that's just paraphrasing, but it's kind of what I think about when I think of foundations, is how well are we doing if we don't have a good foundation, and it's possible that some of the uh, issues that we see pop up with our wellness, with our health, could be because of a weak foundation.
Right, right. And so Mary put in stability, and that is exactly what we're talking about is we need to create a foundation for our wellness. And today is specifically on our immune system, but we have to start with a good foundation. So, a lot of our classes over the next little while are going to be on foundational wellness and kind of going over what that looks like.
foundation is one of the things that I have really been looking over and talking about and preaching about lately, especially with our food. And I'm so excited. We'll talk, like we'll talk about doTERRA's things here, but I also think that one of the things Leanne and I definitely love to talk about is real food and healthy water is foundational. Like that is an absolute must have because you have to be putting good things in for good things to come out, right? For your body to be able to move and have the energy that it needs. Also,
Right.
if you are making comments, if you can check, Leanne really can't see the comments, so like make sure it's to everyone or to me or Jared so that we can
Correct.
comment for you.
Yes. Okay. So doTERRA offers many ways to support your wellness journey. And we can all decide to start that journey of wellness in different spots. They have their wellness pyramid, right? And oh, this is fun. You guys, some of the information is missing off this slide. I can see it on my end, but on the big picture, it's missing. I'm
Super fun.
like, super fun that technology is. So, down in this nutrition box, nutrition and digestion is VMG or our lifelong vitality is supposed to be there. Why it's not showing up on the picture? I have no idea. Then we have movement and metabolism, rest and stress management, reducing stress, reducing toxic load, informed self care, and proactive healthcare. So throughout this year, we are going to be focusing on foundational wellness that ties into each of these pieces. And where do you think our immune system lays on that pyramid or foundation? Where's our immune system? Jared.
I, for me, I notice if I'm not eating well, if my gut isn't right, there's so much that starts to go haywire.
Yep. So that's why we're starting there because our immune system is most of it is in our gut. So that really ties into the nutrition and our digestion. So that is why we are starting there. Okay, this is super fun, you guys. My oh, see, look, did you guys see what just happened?
No.
Did it
Oh, it
pop up
loaded.
Yeah,
now loaded?
you can
So
see it all on our side.
so for some reason my computer screen is taking a while to load the whole image.
It's
So
all good.
this could be a fun class. We'll see how it rolls, right? All right. So one of the things for our digestive health is starting with, and we've talked about the lifelong vitality vitamins multiple times in our supplement sensation class. Well, they have now added VMG plus, and VMG plus is our vitamins, minerals, and greens and superfoods all together in a once a day option, which I absolutely love. But it is not necessarily for everyone. So we're still going to talk about either VMG plus or the LLV. And when we're talking about the foundational wellness, we need a good probiotic, which is PB Restore and our PB Plus, and we need a good omega. So this is our E Omega Plus that's pictured here. When we're talking about immune support, one of the things we add is a couple of suggestions from doTERRA is adding in copaiba soft gels along with the On Guard Plus. Now, both of these are fantastic for our overall wellness. There are so many benefits. Rone, I just want you to talk about just a few of the benefits of copaiba because I didn't go into a lot of detail about it because for me, I have a few other arsenals that I add first to new clients to foundational wellness before copaiba, but it's one that's suggested by doTERRA. So, what are some of the benefits of copaiba?
Just really quick, is anybody else having Leanne cut in and out? Or is it just me?
Oh,
It's doing that on my end.
Okay.
there
That's
is something going on with my internet then.
right. So, when it comes to immune support, this is one of my favorite things to talk about because a lot of you know that I have a son who has a suppressed immune system. And we've been able to support his system using lifelong vitality. So even though we don't have lifelong vitality on here, we've taught about it a lot. If you want more information about lifelong vitality, we will definitely share it. That being said, he has now switched over to the VMG Plus, which you get your vitamins, your minerals, your greens all in a one a day rather than the 12 pills with lifelong vitality. They're both good. Muscle test your body to figure out, we're asking the right questions. Is this one better for me or is this one better for me? And it could change. One day you might be like, hey, VMG plus, and the other day you might be like, oh, actually my body wants lifelong vitality because it supports your body differently. Now, copaiba is really fun. It has beta caryophyllene or beta caryophyllene, whichever way. I've heard it both ways. What this does is it feeds your CB2 receptors. In your body, we have CB1 receptors and CB2 receptors. CB1 receptors are your hallucinogenic effect. We kind of don't want to touch those. Okay. We don't want to be seeing pink elephants running around, right? At least I don't. I like being in control. I like having my body supported. But your CB2 receptors are your anti inflammatory, your immune support, your anti anxiety. All of this is controlled in your CB2 receptors. Copaiba is different from CBD or THC in that CBD and THC directly affect CB1. We're going to see those pink elephants, and indirectly affect CB2, where you're going to see those healthy inflammatory responses, your immune support, and your anti anxiety and different things, right? Copaiba has direct access to CB2, never touching CB1. It's from a resin of a tree in Brazil. No, the rainforest area. Yes, no. I'm
Hmm.
drawing a total blank on this. It's
The
been a while.
Amazon.
Thank you, the Amazon. And it is a renewable resource that is responsibly sourced. It is helping to support these small scale farmers that are supporting their villages. Like, there's so many beautiful, beautiful things about Copaiba and how it is. The Copaiba soft gels are great because you can take them internally. It also comes Copaiba oil, which 2 drops under the tongue has supported a lot of people that I know who deal with all sorts of inflammatory and autoimmune issues. It helps their bodies to not have the symptoms.
I will tell you, it tastes like the tree. It
I
very much tastes like a tree.
don't see this one. So when I think tree, I think because I'll do frankincense under the tongue, and that tastes like you're chewing on a pine tree. Where copaiba has a more mellow. I don't find this one as,
Still a tree to me.
again, everybody's body, everybody's tastes are different. So you're going to find that it affects your body differently, right?
Yep.
That's why it's so cool that we have so many essential oils. That's why it's so cool that we have VMG plus and LLV, because it
Yeah.
affects your body differently. I will tell you, the new E Omega, the fish oil, hands down. And I know there's different reasons to use the different, we have 2 different fish oils now, right?
Yep.
But I got to tell you, this one is amazing. And having that wild orange in there, I have a client who started using it. And after a couple weeks, he came up to me, he goes, "Hey, does this help lower your blood pressure?" And I said, "Actually," so here's the cool thing about essential oils, they don't lower or raise anything. What they do is they bring your body to balance, right? For him, he needed that blood pressure to come on down, and he noticed it. He was like, this is phenomenal. I'm like, that's awesome. So
Very cool. So
And
one of
oh,
Jared.
I was just going to tell you, in our Diamond Group today announced that they are going to be phasing out Z Omega. And so it's our old Omega oil supplement. And as of today, actually, from what I understand, if you order LLV, it's going to come with the E Omega Plus instead.
I
And
got
so that
right.
is a
Good source.
huge improvement. The other is still available for a limited time in limited quantities just until they're gone. But I can tell you right now, I love our new source. It is amazing to me. Doesn't taste fishy at all. I love it so much.
That was the
I
crazy
do
part.
love that. Is I used to get, you know, the supplement burps where you'd get that fishy taste, and I don't have that either. So, Jared, I want you to just quickly your favorite thing about the On Guard Plus soft gels.
Ooh, On Guard Plus. First off, On Guard has always been one of my hero products, and for them to put it into a soft gel just was a no-brainer for me, especially during this time of year when things are a little bit cooler and people tend to be more susceptible to the buggies, the gunk that's going around. I go to doctors frequently for some other things that I get to deal with, and as part of that adventure, and it was interesting, they kind of separate the year by the times where people have to wear masks when they go to the doctor's office and when they don't have to. And we're in mask wearing season. And so just understanding we need something to help us to give us a boost. And that is where On Guard Plus comes in so beautifully. And for me, it can be a little bit spicy. First off, I love it, by the way. That's one of my favorite things about On Guard Plus. But I've had some people that I've worked with that it's a little bit too hot for them, perhaps, to like just put directly under the tongue. And so the soft gels are amazing to be able to just swallow that back. You're good to go. And it's going to help give your body some of those needed tools that the buggies don't like.
Yep. And I love one of the things too. If you don't want to do the full soft gel, it does come in the beadlets, which I absolutely love. The beadlets are a third of a drop. So pop in the beadlets a couple times a day. The difference is this is just the On Guard oil. The On Guard Plus also contains black pepper and
Melissa,
Melissa.
so good. Can I tell a little something? Okay,
Yes.
so my son who has the suppressed immune system, On Guard Plus is a must have in his arsenal. Now, I have my other son who went overseas, was walking around in a jungle barefoot, came home with some crud, right? Came ended up in the ER. They kept him overnight in the hospital with some bigger crud that is contagious. I made sure I was supporting my body. I started taking the On Guard Plus prophylactically, along with On Guard on my feet, and did not get any of that contagious crud that was going around my house. Neither did my husband, because we supported our bodies in supporting our immune system. So
Perfect.
just a little quick story.
Cool. So some of these slides we might go through really fast. It's just informational, but 9 out of 10 of the most impactful risk factors to our health are tied to poor nutrition. So that includes problems with our immune system, right? We have to make healthy life choices. We need to know what we're putting into our bodies. Um, so, what happens when our daily nutritional requirements aren't met? Well, existing conditions can worsen. Um, our bone health, our cardiovascular health can also have poor, suboptimal results, right, from those systems. Hormone imbalances can rise, low energy can occur, and our metabolism can be impacted. Now, there are way more things that can happen there, right? Um, Deficiencies in our nutrition are more and more prevalent, especially in the United States, which is because, unfortunately, our Food and Drug Administration is not looking out for our best interest. They are looking out for their pocketbook. So know what you're putting in your body, know which sources to trust. Okay, so once again, foundational wellness is what we're going to hit on. We're going to go over really quickly some of the cool things about VMG Plus.
There's so many cool things.
So many cool things, right? VMG Plus supports us by having a cellular support blend, a nutritional blend, a superfood blend, and I always mess this one up. So, biotransformational blend. Now, what that means is it provides biologically enhanced nutrients via transformation. Now, what this means is they have taken the nutrients and they have processed them into a formula that allows our bodies to take them They are bioavailable. Bioavailability means the human body knows what to do with it when it hits the body. So many of the supplements on the market, actually, the sewer treatment plants will find at the bottom of their tanks as they clean them out, which means they are zero bioavailable because it goes in and straight out your digestive system.
You flushing
So,
your money down the toilet.
exactly. VMG has 90 premium ingredients, including whole foods, minerals, fruits, vegetables, digestive enzymes, probiotics, and again, the CPTG, which is certified pure, tested grade essential oils, which then enhance the bioavailability of the supplement.
And it
So,
tastes good.
and it tastes good. So these are just all the scientific things. I'm just going to stick them there for just a minute for you to digest.
Just so you know, I've tried other greens. I'm not a green smoothie girl. I'm not a green girl. VMG
And
plus is amazing.
I enjoyed our the greens that they had previously, but it's so much better to have all our supplements in with the greens at the same time. I love that. So here's just our next slide is just the value of it, what it would cost if you were trying to get all of these in just on their own. And it also gives you the idea of what the price is for these supplements. Now, if you know anything about supplements, you get what you pay for. If you are getting them from the grocery store or let's say your Walmarts and things like that, those
Or
are not high quality supplements. So again, not bioavailable. You get what you pay for.
here's the other thing I'm going to tell you really quick. Even like with doTERRA, people see them on Amazon. Somebody just said something about eBay. Please don't purchase them from there. Friends don't let friends buy from an unknown source. And that's what it can be, as an unknown source. Even though they're like, well, but I can get it cheaper. Well, there's a reason for that. First off, stolen credit cards. People will steal a credit card, buy stuff, and then resell it. That's one of the ways. The other thing is that people fake it. There's a fake deep blue that is going around that people are buying, and people have shown they've purchased it to show the difference. Huge difference. So please make sure that if you are sharing this, or if you're watching this later and you don't have a good source to get doTERRA, please contact one of us. We will help you.
Exactly. And friends don't let friends buy doTERRA at retail because they have such an amazing wholesale program.
Free
So,
wholesale program.
yes. So I don't know why all of a sudden my PowerPoint shut down. So am I sharing again?
Nope.
Nope.
Okay, let's try this again. You know, I love technology when it works, and sometimes it just doesn't want to play nice.
Well, if you can see it, tell us what the next slide is, and I can start talking about it while you
The
fix it.
next slide is the omegas.
The omegas. Oh, actually, Jared, can you talk about the omegas since you just
Yeah.
got the skinny on it?
Oh yeah. You know what? It's first off, I'm so glad that we did some of the testing that we got to do at convention, just to realize how how deficient I've been. And I'm going to talk about me, how deficient I've been. And we're not a big fish eating house. That's just not something that we've done a whole lot. And so, our food has been made pretty, not functional. And so when you're dealing with that, and all of a sudden we're not getting the nutritional value from our food that we used to, we're just not getting what we need. And when it comes down to enzymes, when it comes down to omegas, when it comes down to all of these different things that are essential for our brain health, for our cardiovascular health. It's amazing to me. And then one of the greatest things ever that I think that they did is they paired it with wild orange. And so this is, I mean, I think the slide finally just popped up because I'm looking at it
Perfect.
right now. And it is so cool that they paired that with wild orange. And I tell people this all the time. And if you haven't tried it yet, this is your invitation to try it. Pull out one of these E Omega capsules and pop it in your mouth. And rather than swallow it, bite on it. Okay.
I was
And
super skeptical and I did this. It's amazing.
it is.
I did
It
it
is.
too.
And people go, "Oh, isn't it going to leave me like a coated mouth filled with gross?" And no, no, not at all. It is awesome. But really, I mean, when it comes down to our E omegas and really making sure we're getting that omega supply that is going to help our brains, that's going to help our hearts, that's going to again be a foundation for all the other things that we have going on. It's needed for proper functioning of our whole bodies.
Yeah.
Yep. So you touched on what it does for our heart. So just, it decreases that, resting heart rate. And it also decreases the diastolic blood pressure. So these are clearly, it's unpublished data, but it's part of a clinical trial. So again, the disclaimer, these statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration, but they have seen them in human clinical trials.
So instead, I'll just say they make my heart happy.
There you go. There you go. Next, super important with our immune system is having proper gut biome. And I love that they continue to do the science, they continue to um, do testing and reformulations and things like that to support our bodies. PB Restore assists your microbiome by providing 30 bioactive compounds, including prebiotic fibers and 24 active cultures in a time release double encapsulated capsule. Now, what double encapsulated means is the first layer digests in your stomach, second layer digests in your intestines, where it really needs that pre and probiotics. Okay, 70% of the immune system is where?
In your
In
gut.
your gut, your digestive tract. 90% of neurotransmitters are produced in the digestive tract. Hormone metabolization happens in the digestive tract. So having that,
Serotonin
what was
is
that?
created. Serotonin is created in your digestive tract.
Yes. So since 70% of the body's immune system dwells in the digestive tract, your digestive health is critical for your immune system.
Mhm.
So research has shown that within an hour of fast food meal, your microbiome has been negatively impacted. And a 10 days of eating fast food destroys 40% of your microbiome. That's Dr. Riggs. Now, one of the things they told us at Foundational Wellness, they said, we know everybody cannot cook at home 100% of the time. If you are going to eat fast food, if you will take 2 Terrazyme and 1 PB Assist, you can negate this loss of your gut microbiome.
PB Assist or PB Restore.
Either one.
Cool.
So PB Assist Plus is the packet you can down, PB Restore. Now they're each just a slightly different formula, so pick which one you want to have. Those are now going to be carried with me whenever we go because you just never know when life's going to take a crazy turn and that it doesn't work out the way you think, right? Or we have a road trip coming up and we're going to plan as much food as we can. Um, but there are certain times where we are going to have to we're going to have to eat with the team because we're going on a hockey tournament. There's meals with the team. So we're going to be proactive. Okay, this is just a
One of
slide to kind of,
just pro tip about PB Restore. If you are not going to consume the entire bottle within 30 days, store it in the fridge.
yes, perfect. We have 4 of us using one bottle just so that we're going through it fast. But this is just, some of the probiotics that are on the market. And you can see PB Restore is the only one that hits all of those things. And for me, it's super important that it's gluten-free, dairy-free, and sugar-free because of the dietary needs that are in our home. So I love that. And comparably priced per serving, 155, and that's based on the wholesale price, not on the retail price. So price comparatively, um, I kind of have to giggle just a little bit. If you guys look at the one that costs the most, can you see how deficient it is on things?
I was looking at that.
Wow.
That's
Just
insane.
a little comparison there. So again, just reiterating, it's important to bundle some of those foundational wellness stuff together. It's like a win the day, one, two, three, but we also want to add in a few extras, right? So there is QR codes if you guys want to grab them. These are the product success guides for VMG and for E Omega, but you can also go to the bottom of each product page and you're looking for the product success guide or the PIP, which is product information page. So I can also get you guys more information on that later. Okay, Terrazyme. Terrazyme is also key for our immune system. And one of the things that I'm going to have Ronay talk about is what Terrazyme can do to the mucousy, gunky stuff we get.
So your body only produces 10 of the 21 enzymes you need to digest food properly. The rest we're supposed to get from our food, but our food is no longer enzyme rich. So this causes a problem because your body then takes your metabolic enzymes, turns them into digestive enzymes that don't work as well, and now your metabolism's all messed up. So by using Terrazyme, it puts the proper enzymes into your belly. You can digest food properly. And when these enzymes get bored because they've digested your food, they have to do something. And what they do is they go and they clean off cell receptors because your cell receptors get all gunky. And when your cell receptors are gunked up, your body doesn't work properly. This is when we have issues where we might have that runny, sniffly nose. We might have those itchy eyes. We might have some things that happen. Interesting thing happened when I upped my Terrazyme. I stopped having runny nose, itchy eyes around my two dogs that I had always had those issues. And I don't have those issues anymore. So if you catch what I'm laying down, what I'm saying is make sure you're using your Terrazyme.
Perfect. Okay, so this is just really quick on what parts of the VMG Plus support a healthy immune system. So ingredients like elderberry, kale, spirulina ensure that the immune system remains balanced and responsive. The antioxidants from the berries protect the immune cells. The greens and the detoxifying ingredients support, once again, digestive health, which then in turn supports our immune system. Okay. So here's just more information on that. So those that are watching later can pause it and kind of get a deeper dive. All of this information is also on the website. So you can always go to the product page and go to the product information pages and get all this information because that's where it came from. Um, so just really great. I mean, I was just looking at all of the things that support our immune system from the VMG. And again, our LLV are also high quality minerals and supplements that support our digestive health and our immune system. Okay. One of the things I did like is the fact that they pointed out the enhancing of the detoxification of the immune health. I love that these products enhance our body's natural detoxification. So I love that.
If
Okay.
your if your system is not detoxing, if your kidneys are not functioning properly, if your liver is not functioning proper, again, it gunks up the system. There's a clog in the tubes, right? So by using the proper things to detox and clean that out, everything can function better.
Yep. So this is how E omegas support our immune system, right? So the omegas themselves are an anti-inflammatory, which if our bodies are inflamed, our immune system is not going to function properly. So it supports a healthy inflammatory response, which then enhances the immune cell function. So super important for that. Then the inclusion of wild orange, the limonene in that is super supportive of our immune resilience. So putting them together is just super yummy. So here's additional information on how that inflammatory response supports our immune balance. So I don't like to get in the super technical, but at the same time, here's the super technical, right?
I got to tell you, number three, if
Oh, I'm going
you
to go
just
back.
go back really quick, the gut lining integrity is so important. So many people have leaky gut. Look it up. It's little holes that cause stuff to leak out from where they should not be leaking out into the rest of your body, which causes more inflammation. So that DHA, super, super important. Okay,
Yeah.
go to the next one.
So the other thing I really love about this is number 6. It helps regulate stress and promote recovery in the body. So, especially those that have autoimmune disorders, which are often caused. Okay, think about it. What is autoimmune? It means your immune system is not working properly. Every autoimmune system is tied to your gut health. And why they are not talking about this and they are not getting gut health taken care of first and foremost is insane to me. If we would get our gut health in alignment, we would be able to support these autoimmune system or autoimmune diseases so much better. So, my daughter and I are doing a cleanse and restore. There is a cleanse and restore for the LLB and for the VMG plus to support our bodies in restoring our microbiome, thus supporting our immune system. So if you want more information on that, let us know. We would be happy to get it to you. How does PB Restore support our immune system?
All the ways.
All the ways, right? Gut barrier integrity, kind of what Rone was talking about. So here's some of the facts. The gut immune connection, all of those probiotics and those active cultures.
I love that it targets harmful bacteria. Okay.
Yes.
So often, many things just target all bacteria. Well, there's actually beneficial bacteria in your bellies. Like there's some good stuff there. So having it targeted to get rid of the bad stuff and keep the good stuff, so important.
So, so important. Okay. It also, again, supports that healthy inflammatory response, which gives us immune balance, which is also key, right? And it helps protect us against threats. Now, when we're thinking of our immune system and we think of threats, we normally don't think of ourselves as a threat, right? But we truly are a threat to ourselves by some of the stuff we put in.
Right.
Okay. So we've already talked about 70% of the body's immune system dwells in the gut. So again, gut health and proper nutrition is key. So we're just going to move on to our immune support actual product line, which is our On Guard. And the key benefits of that are supporting a healthy immune function. And in the product line is cleaners and laundry and all sorts of things to help us keep our homes and our internal bodies clean. So I love this quote from Frank Lloyd Wright, and it's going to take its time to load for some reason. Study nature, love nature, stay close to nature, and it will never fail you. So doTERRA's products come from nature, right? And if we look at what these oils and these supplements do naturally, you can understand better what they are doing for our bodies. So there's 5 key oils that make up the On Guard Protective Blend. Cinnamon, which is known to promote a healthy immune system when used internally and can also help freshen your breath, which I absolutely love. I'm like, and here's some additional benefits, right?
Did you know
Wild,
that there is not a bacteria or virus that can survive cinnamon oil?
yeah. So if you have gunk going on in your house, diffuse cinnamon or diffuse On Guard that has the cinnamon. Super beneficial. Wild orange contains powerful antioxidants that support the immune system and overall health. Eucalyptus purifies surfaces. Um, Aromatically, it cleanses the air and it's uplifting. But eucalyptus also helps us with the respiratory, right? Rosemary promotes healthy respiratory function and reduces fatigue and calms tension when taken internally. And clove freshens the breath and supports the digestive system. So you see how this whole protective blend is working all the different angles of that immune system. Now, I want you to take a look at all of the amazing products in the On Guard line. We have laundry detergent, we have concentrated cleaner, throat drops. At the top here, you guys, is chewable On Guard Plus that has vitamin D and vitamin K in it. Now, I will tell you, it's a little on the spicy side, but if you've got the gunk going around, pairing the On Guard Plus with the chewables, powerhouse. I love the throat drops. Even just when my mouth is dry, I don't, the cinnamon, the clove, if you have soreness going on, it kind of helps soothe that. But it also helps if you have that itchy, scratchy cough, right? So I
During
love
sugar
that.
poisoning season, so from October to through February 14th,
Mhm.
On Guard throat drops and the Breathe throat drops are a must have around here.
Yep. So we have the wipes, the On Guard wipes, and I noticed on here they don't. Oh, there it is. Just kidding. On Guard sanitizer in every one of my purses. I have On Guard sanitizer. I have a child who is very sensitive to synthetics, and let's see, anywhere else we go but home, pretty much the soaps then cause her a skin reaction because of the synthetic scents that are put in there. So we carry On Guard spray with us everywhere we go. Again, we've already talked about the benefits of the On Guard Plus with the black pepper, melissa, and oregano in there. Um, they are, I use it daily, year round. I don't, and then I bump it up. If anyone around us has been sick, I will bump it up to 2 a day. So,
I use the On Guard oil on my feet daily, but I will start the On Guard Plus if I've been around people who I know are carrying the gunk with them, or if I start to feel that itchiness in my throat, then I will start taking one every couple of hours as a prophylactic kind of boost my immune system. But
and
my son, with his suppressed immune system, he takes On Guard Plus daily.
yeah. So again, You guys know that Renee and I muscle test for everything. That's what I test for in my pills. And with Megan, with her compromised immune system, we all just take it daily is what works for our family. So again, and if you are feeling under the weather, you can increase it. It does tell you no more than 8 per day. Highest I've ever muscle tested for was 4 in a day. Okay, we talked a little bit about the chewables. The benefit of the chewables is that it has added vitamin C, vitamin D, zinc, which for certain viruses is super beneficial to the body. And so that's why they've also created this chewable supplement. I love each of them have just a little different reason why they've created those formulas, right?
You got to
So
be a little hardcore to be able to chew those, though. I got to tell you,
you do.
like
But
they're
the interesting thing is they did some baseline testing on this. So here's how the testing worked. A blood sample was taken from healthy volunteers, and that's where they got their baseline. Then they took the On Guard tablets and went in and did a blood collection 3 hours later, and again 5 hours later. And it showed that there was specific, I might mess this up, beta glycine that showed up, which showed like the effectiveness of it supporting the immune system. I am not a scientist. It is super cool to me, like to hear that as they do these testing, they can see what the On Guard does in the bloodstream, right? Super amazing. I can find the study for you if you're interested. It was just like, huh, they are testing in so many different ways to make sure that the products they're giving us are truly supporting our bodies the way that they think they do in the lab.
that's so awesome.
So, what were they looking for? You guys, these are what they're looking for. The white blood cells, which if you have a high white blood cell count, it means you got gunk going on in your body, right? So, and these were some of the findings. Baseline, these were the signals. So, look at how effective it was 5 hours later.
You
So,
actually you actually want more white blood if you don't have enough white blood cells. So that's what my son doesn't produce enough white blood cells. If you don't have enough white blood cells, your body cannot fight off infection. Now, if it's way too high, that means your body's working too hard to fight off something. So, yeah, you just got to find that balance.
yeah. So, again, just some fun visuals. I love the On Guard toothpaste. My husband does not. So we also have a Supermint option, but the On Guard, then you're just, where's the first defense is in our mouth, right?
Yeah.
So providing the On Guard mouthwash and toothpaste give that added protection. So
I use the On Guard toothpaste at night and the Supermint in the morning because the
perfect.
Supermint completely wakes me up. It is not what I want before I go to bed. Plus, having like it just works in your mouth differently. So I like being able to use both.
Yep. So I know that was like feeding you guys with a fire hose, but do we have any questions?
Joy did have a question
Okay.
about taking the On Guard Plus with kids. Her kids are 3, 6, and 8. I would say the 8-year-old, if the 8-year-old can swallow a pill, it would be fine. But for the littles, then those On Guard beadlets are perfect because it's a smaller amount. They can put them in their mouth. They can pop in their. They're not going to love it if they pop in their mouth, unless they like spicy things. Like most kids don't. But if you can get that in them, but then also just using On Guard topically on
I
their feet
love the touch
or
roller.
down their spine, the touch. Yeah.
Or stronger.
Stronger. Yes.
From the kids collection, the stronger is the
Absolutely.
immune support blend. I forgot to put that in the presentation. My brain did not go there.
I
So,
love stronger for myself. If I start to feel something in my throat, I will actually roll stronger on my neck, and I put On Guard on my feet because I don't love the smell of On Guard. I love the smell of stronger. And and also your neck skin can be a little more sensitive. So putting the stronger on, I don't end up with the reason I put On Guard on my feet is your feet are very the skin is very rough and like strong. Like it's not going to cause a skin reaction. Stronger will not cause a skin reaction. It is formulated for children or older people whose skin is more delicate. And so, yeah, I love stronger.
and Joy, I do have some of the On Guard beadlets if you want to get with me later this week and you can see how your kids do with the beadlets. But my go-to for kids, I until my kids could swallow pills, we just did it topically.
When we
I,
stop recording, I will share a story about On Guard beadlets.
Awesome.
I was gonna say I like to put my On Guard beadlets for my kids in their little sippy cups if they have like straws, because I've got little ones. They don't even know it's there. They swallow it. It's perfect.
I love that idea. Perfect. Okay, so thank you for attending. I am going to stop the recording so that we can answer any questions you guys have. As always, next week's class will be on Thursday, and I will get the link for you guys to register for that and tell you what that is as soon as I stop recording.